of the Peten lords, occurred during the late Classic period of Maya civilization. It involved a series of conflicts and alliances among the Maya city-states located in the Peten region, including Tikal, Calakmul, and Naranjo, among others. The wars were fought over control of resources, trade routes, and political influence. They contributed to the political fragmentation and decline of Maya civilization in the region. The Spanish conquest. Although not solely a Maya conflict, the Spanish conquest had a profound impact on the Maya civilization. The arrival of Spanish conquistadors, such as Hernán Cortés and Pedro de Alvarado, led to a series of battles and conflicts between the Maya and the Spanish forces. The conquest resulted in the subjugation of the Maya people, the destruction of their cities, and the imposition of Spanish colonial rule. The War of the Caste. The War of the Caste, also known as the Caste War of the Yucatan Peninsula, was a significant rebellion that occurred in the mid-19th century. It was a conflict between the indigenous Maya population and the Mexican government, as well as the descendants of European settlers. The war was sparked by social and economic inequalities, mistreatment of the Maya people, and the desire for independence. The conflict lasted for several decades and resulted in the establishment of an independent Maya state in the eastern part of the Yucatan Peninsula. The Usumacinta Wars. The Usumacinta Wars were a series of conflicts that took place along the Usumacinta River, which forms a natural border between modern-day Mexico and Guatemala. Various Maya city-states, such as Palenque, Yaxchilan, and Piedras Negras, engaged in wars and alliances over control of the river and its surrounding territories. These wars contributed to the political and territorial fluctuations among the city-states and shaped the cultural and artistic developments in the region. The Conquest of Zacualú. The conquest of Zacualú was a significant military campaign led by Spanish conquistadors against the Maya city of Zacualú, located in present-day Guatemala. The city put up fierce resistance against the Spanish forces but eventually succumbed to the superior firepower of the conquistadors. The conquest of Zacualú marked a crucial turning point in the Spanish colonization of the Maya region, leading to further subjugation and colonization of other Maya city-states. The Chiapas Rebellion. The Chiapas Rebellion, also known as the Zapatista Uprising, is a modern conflict that began in 1994 in the Mexican state of Chiapas. The Zapatista Army of National Liberation, composed largely of indigenous Maya people, rose up against the Mexican government to demand greater indigenous rights, land reform, and social justice. The rebellion drew attention to the plight of indigenous communities in Mexico and sparked a broader social and political movement. The War of the Lords of Yaxchilan. The War of the Lords of Yaxchilan was a series of conflicts between the city-state of Yaxchilan and its rival city-states, such as Piedras Negras and Bonampak. These wars were fought over political power, control of trade routes, and access to valuable resources. They involved military campaigns, diplomatic negotiations, and alliances with other city-states. The wars contributed to the rise and fall of different dynasties and reshaped the political landscape of the region. The Rebellion of the Maya Peasants. The Rebellion of the Maya Peasants, also known as the Maya Social War or the Caste War of the Petenes, was a major uprising that occurred in the mid-19th century in the Yucatan Peninsula. The rebellion was led by indigenous Maya peasants who were subjected to harsh labor conditions and exploitation. The Maya rebels, known as the Kruzub, fought against the ruling elite and European settlers, seeking to reclaim their land and assert their autonomy. The rebellion lasted for several decades and had a significant impact on the social, economic, and political dynamics of the region.